Hi, Taylor T. Carlson, and once again, vinyl haul time. It seems like I'm never going to stop buying vinyl records, no matter how frustratingly low my budget may get in these crazy times, so let's go ahead and start the latest vinyl haul. I went over to see my buddy Joey at Record City, and I always raid the budget bin over there, and I actually found a pair of Alan Parsons Project albums there. First one is Pyramid. I love Alan Parsons, always got some very diverse, very interesting music. And this album, of course, being no exception to the rule. The other one I found was Eye in the Sky. This will forever be known for Sirius, the opening instrumental, which fades into the title track, as well as a few other great cuts on here as well. And here's our liner notes and lyric sheet. Another great Record City find. The Who Are You? Final album to feature drummer Keith Moon prior to his death. Ironically, he sits in a chair that says, "Not to be taken away." It'll forever be known for its title track, but Sister Disco is also a minor hit and a pretty good song, I assume, right? Another great find as well. Styx 2. The second of their first four albums, which were on the Wooden Nickel label. This one's best known for featuring the song Lady, which would ultimately become the band's first hit. And always a nice thing to add more Styx to the collection. This is an underrated classic. Most people only know it for that one track, but there is some good stuff to be had there. Ordered this online during a buy two get one sale. This is Jolyn Turner, Street of Dreams, Boston, 1985. Former singer for Rainbow, who just put out his first solo album produced by Roy Thomas Baker, and this is a concert in promotion of that. The band on here includes Chuck Berge, who played drums for Jolyn Turner in Rainbow, as well as Alan Greenwood, who played keyboards on the first three Foreigner records. And one thing I really liked about this release, transparent green vinyl. Jolyn Turner is one of my favorite singers of all time, and it's always great to hear him doing his thing. A Date with the Everly Brothers. Absolutely love the Everly Brothers. Phil and Dawn. These guys had the best vocal harmonies in the business. They were an influence on everyone and didn't have any of their stuff on vinyl, so I'm glad I was finally able to add some to the collection. No inner sleeve here, although there's a great essay on the back and some cool photos, and this actually came with a catalog for the record company. Oddly enough, most of them are jazz releases, but I'll probably take a look on there and see what else there is. There was one little corner of rock and roll releases they were promoting, so I'll probably find a few of those. Cheap Trick at Budokan. If you're a classic rock fan, you know this album, and odds are you own it already. It'll forever be known for the live version of I Want You to Want Me, which actually ended up becoming a bigger hit than the studio version. How many people in the world have even actually heard the studio version, for that matter? Here we got our inner gatefold, beautiful 70s concert photography. I think this had a booklet with it too. Got the great logo there on the cover. Very cool pictures in here, and they've also got some of the writing in Japanese as well, so nice concert photos there. Not gonna look at every single page of this, but there is some cool stuff. Got lyrics in English and Japanese, very cool. Any chance I can get to buy more Cheap Trick, I always take it. Another great find, Dokken, Breaking the Chains. Their first album, this was originally released in 1981 as a Don Dokken solo album with some slightly different recordings and mixes. They remixed it and partially re-recorded it for the 1983 American release. The credited bassist on this album is Juan Croucier, who would later join Rats, although there's rumors that Peter Baltus from Accept actually played on this, so really, who the hell knows? And this is a very cool-looking transparent red record. I'd love to be able to get a reissue of the Carrere Records mix of this album, although I don't think we'll ever see anything like that, sadly. Now for something completely different. Legend, the best of Bob Marley and the Wailers. This was part of a buy two get one sale they were doing on Target's website, and didn't own any Bob Marley on vinyl, so thought this would be a great chance to get some. I really love the packaging for this, because it's got a description of each and every track, and again, I love Bob Marley's music, but I don't really own a lot of his stuff, so this is a nice sampler. I'd love to get some of the actual albums. It's got this nice sort of yellow gold disc, which goes along with the reggae color scheme. And if I buy any more Bob Marley on vinyl, I'll certainly be showing it off on my channel. This is a super group I'd never heard of called the Empty Hearts. Found this over at Record City. The group features Clem Burke from Blondie as well as Elliot Easton from The Cars. So nice combination of talent there. I always like seeing these random new supergroups pop up. It's a nice sort of power pop sound. Definitely the spiritual successor to something like The Cars, and I mean that in the best of ways. Another find over Record City. This is Molly Hatchet, Flirtin' with Disaster. Classic southern hard rock from the late 70s. The title track from this is played on the radio relentlessly, and perhaps rightfully so. Whiskey Man was another fairly big hit. Sadly, a lot of the members of this band have died over the years, but they recorded some damn good music. I definitely want to get more of their stuff from my catalog as well, because they're underrated as hell, and this is probably their best known album. I always loved how these guys were like an American southern rock band, but they had all these medieval knight album covers. Very cool find over Record City. This is James Bond 13 original themes. This is basically the title songs for all the James Bond movies up to Octopussy in 1983. Sadly, it ends right before A View to a Kill, which has a Duran Duran theme song that's one of my favorite in the series. But any opportunity I can get to swing more music for the James Bond franchise, which has great soundtracks and score alike, I'll always take that opportunity. Another budget bin find over at Record City. This is Salisbury by Uriah Heep. The cover on this is kind of falling apart. I absolutely love Uriah Heep. Criminally underrated British hard rock band who started in the late 60s, early 70s. I actually saw these guys twice over the years. One show I saw them at had Trevor Boulder, formerly of David Bowie's Spider from Mars, line up on bass. Sadly, he's since passed away, but very underrated group. This album's probably best known for the song Lady in Black. And if you've never listened to Uriah Heep and you're a fan of classic hard rock, you really owe it to yourself to give these guys a shot. And last, and one of my biggest and favorite finds from Record City, this is the soundtrack to the film Ben-Hur, directed by William Wyler, of course scored by Miklos Rosa. This score won an Academy Award. Ben-Hur was the winner of about 11 Academy Awards at the ceremony celebrating the year 1959. It's one of my favorite films of all time, and one of my favorite film scores of all time. On the inside of the box here, you got descriptions of the tracks, liner notes, and so forth. We've got our actual record right here. But the real highlight of this package that I totally was not expecting, there's actually a hardbound book in here. And as usual, I'm not going to go through and show off every single page of this, because that could be its own damn video. But it's got these fold-open landscapes in here. And there's another one of these in the back, I believe. Just, sort of illustrating some of the famous scenes throughout the film. Kind of hard to fit that all in one frame here. And these are apparently things that you can cut out and remove, but I don't want to ruin them. I've got some production photos in the book as well. I love classic film scores, and this is one of the greatest ever composed. Have you made any great vinyl finds lately? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also remember to subscribe to this channel for additional content, because I'm always posting new videos, and give this one a like if you found it helpful or interesting. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. See you next time. A pair of memorable villains, a pair of memorable, if I could learn how to talk, that would be nice. A pair of memorable villains. Hi, Taylor T. Carlson, back with another video for you. More vinyl and more heavy metal today. I just paid my buddy Clint over at Moondog Records a visit, and oh shit, I forgot to plug the mic in. Hi, Taylor T. Carlson, and I forgot to plug the mic in.